Hello everybody and welcome back to my second yoga class. This week we are going to be igniting our cores. So I have decided not to put any music to this video. I want you to pause it and go put on something that inspires you. Something that's going to keep you a little bit motivated. Okay, cool. Now we've got our music playing. Let's come to our mats. Find a comfortable seated position. If cross-legged is pretty hard, let's sit up on a block and protect our hips, or just have your legs out in front of you, whatever feels good for you in this moment. Let's bring our hands to our knees and shut the eyes down. Bringing awareness to our breath, we're going to focus our attention to the present moment, practice a little bit of mindfulness, and really get our heads and bodies ready for this class. So using our breath as a tool to guide us through this practice, we're going to inhale deeply and exhale deeply. Feeling the belly rise with our inhales and lower as we empty everything out. Let's bring our attention even deeper inwards and just acknowledging any stresses or tensions we have and sending extra love and energy to those places. Bowing the head, opening up the back of our necks. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. If you'd like to set an intention for this practice, do so now. Otherwise, just feel the stretch. Dropping our hands back to our knees, let's open our eyes. We're going to warm up our wrists. So drawing circles in one direction and the other direction. And just do what feels good, maybe linking the fingers, stretching out, coming onto all fours and bringing our hands to the mat in front of us. We're going to sort of lean forwards just to feel a little stretch, but only go as far as comfortable, don't hurt yourself. Having the hands pointing away from you and then reversing it and have the hands pointing towards you. If you can't do this with your hands, obviously don't force it. Just go what's comfortable. This is definitely a lot tighter than the other direction as well, so just be gentle with the movement, but this time coming towards you. And just flipping so that the backs of our hands are on the mat. And then rotating our hands 180 again, so for me pointing forwards. And now just a gentle massage with your hands. Work out any kinks. So coming to a tabletop position, we'll have our shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. Drop the belly, inhale, look up, cow pose. As we exhale, let's curve the spine into a C-shaped cat pose, gazing at the navel. Inhale, let's come back to cow, rounding the belly, and exhale back to cat. Start waking up our spine, following your own breath. Let's inhale, drop the belly and look up. And exhale, really round through each vertebra, waking up our spine. Inhale to cow. And exhale back to cats. Finding a neutral spine, we're going to press into our palms and press into the tops of our feet and just hover our knees a couple inches off the floor for a couple of breaths. This is really going to start warming and building heat in our core, just prepping us for the rest of the practice. Again, really use your breath to guide you through this. Start feeling the wibbly wobblies and exhale, knees back to the mat, and just bring our hips onto our feet, reaching our hands forwards, child's pose. And then as we inhale, come all the way forward to cobra. You have the option here to bend the elbows and come to baby cobra. And as we exhale, come back to child's pose. And inhale, come back forward to cobra. Just a quick spine awakening, a bit deeper than the cat-cow. Come back to neutral. Let's tuck our toes under and lift our hips up and back to downward facing dog. We want our feet hip width apart and hands shoulder width apart. pressing our chest towards our thighs. If your hamstrings are a bit tight, feel free to bend the knees and maybe pedal them out like I'm doing right now. And then coming forwards, we're going to come to a plank position. We're going to be doing a chaturanga up dog sequence. So bending the elbows to 90 degrees, and inhale up dog, the thighs stay off the mat, a bit more intense than cobra. And exhale, rolling over the toes back to downward dog. So doing that again, let's roll forwards to our plank. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows to 90, so our body's still hovering, and inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs off the mat, look up. And exhale, back to downward dog. We're going to do chaturangas throughout this practice, so always you have the option to drop to the knees or just do belly to cobra. So walking forwards, let's come all the way to the top of our mats. Inhale, flat back position, halfway lift, and exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold, thighs towards chest. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, Ardha Hastasana, hands meet overhead, look up to the thumbs, and exhale, hands to heart. So sorry for chopping my head off in all my standing shots. I'm not here for too long, so hopefully it's not a problem. But we'll work on that for next week. Coming to a good Tadasana, we want to pull up the knees to engage the quads, tighten the glutes, squeeze the glutes, tuck the pelvis under and shoulders back and down. We're going to come to our first position in this sequence, which is going to be a chair. So feet either hip width or toes just touching and ankles apart. Let's inhale, lift the arms above the head and sit back so that our shins and chest are parallel to one another, almost like a lightning bolt. And with our inhales, we find a bit of space through our head and chest, and exhales, we sit a little bit deeper. A few more breaths, and as we exhale, let's fly our arms back behind us, keeping our legs in the same position, and I'm going to call these aeroplane arms based off a move later on, but they come back in this whole sequence a lot. Again, following our breath, squeezing the glutes. And as we inhale, let's bring our arms back above our heads. And if you fancy it, rising up onto the toes for the rest of this chair pose. Again, sinking down as far as comfortable. During this part, you do always have the option to drop the heels if you need to. Yogi's choice here. Coming to our next pose, we're going to exhale and bring the right leg up behind us to create almost a T shape with our body. This is airplane pose, a warrior 3 variation. Having our arms by our sides, let's square the hips to the mat, keeping that right foot flexed towards the ground to help us with that alignment. Holding this and then bending through that left knee, let's gently place that right foot on the mat and come to high lunge, crescent moon pose. Squaring our hips to the front of the mat and having a 90-degree angle in our left knee, looking up to the sky or again straight in front of us. As we exhale, let's fly forwards to our aeroplane arms again, creating one line from the top of our head to the back of our right heel. The lunge legs are still there. And as we inhale, let's straighten through that left leg and raise those arms up above our heads again to a pyramid pose. Our gaze can be up at the sky or again straight ahead, whatever floats your boat. So bending through that left knee, let's exhale and bring our right hand to the mat. And inhale, peel that left arm up to the sky and our eyes can follow our hands. We might need to just readjust the legs if you've not created enough space just yet. Otherwise, stay strong in those legs, squeezing those glutes to protect your joints and really engaging our muscles. Coming to a side plank, an easy way to get there is to bring that left leg to the middle of the mat and drop down onto the right as I'm doing now. Option 1 would be to stay here. And as we inhale, lift our hips up, keeping that left leg on the mat. Left leg on the mat and arms up above you. Option 2 is to stack your legs one on top of the other. So a classic side plank as you're probably used to seeing. Oh, watch me wibble. She saves it. She's come back up. And then option 3 would be to bring that right toe to the left knee in a side plank variation. Holding this for just a few more breaths. As we exhale, everybody, let's float that top arm down to the mat and rotate over to a plank. Inhale here, and as we exhale, bend those elbows to 90 degrees, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Again, drop to the knees if you need to for that chaturanga. And exhale, come to downward facing dog. Reset yourself here. Inhale, let's lift that right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right knee towards the nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. And last three-legged dog before we exhale and bring that knee all the way up into a low lunge. Inhale, look up, and exhale, let's come to Uttanasana, bringing that back foot to the front. Inhale, halfway lift, that back position. Exhale, fold fully. Inhale, come all the way up, Ardha Hastasana. Let's look at our thumbs above our heads. Exhale, hands to heart. And that is the sequence on one side. I was already getting a little bit hot, so a little pause whilst I open my window, my door, get some breeze in. Okay, so back to the top of our mats. Let's inhale, come back to our chair position. Arms go up and hips sink down towards the floor. Again, feet are either hip width apart or together with our heels slightly apart. Holding our core strong. Feeling the breath guiding us. We sink a little bit deeper. Exhale, airplane arms. Chest stays lifted. Energy still radiating out of the head. And our chest and shins are parallel, tucking that pelvis under. Let's inhale, come back to arms above our heads, and this time raise up onto the toes if you fancy it, to increase the burn a little bit. Again, always option to drop the heels, yogi's choice. Exhaling, let's lift our left leg up this time and come into our airplane position, warrior 3 variation. Those left toes are flexed towards the mat. Let's square the hips towards the mat. Only have your leg as high as you can. Holding this pose for 5 breaths, although probably more like 3 at this point. Stay strong, micro bend in that right knee, and then bend it fully and let that left foot gently land on the mat. Inhale, arms up, crescent moon pose. Again, we're looking for glutes to be engaged, using that front right thigh to really stabilize yourself through this position. Bending deep into a right angle in our right knee, and gaze can be forward or ahead, whatever balances you. Exhaling, airplane arms, this time leaning forward to create one line between the top of our heads to that left heel. Stay strong in that right knee, and then inhale, let's lift our arms back up and straighten through the right leg. A bit of sweet relief on that quad, looking forward or up ahead, keeping our hips rotated forwards. Exhaling, bend that right knee, left hand plants towards the floor, and inhale, right arm up to the sky. Your gaze can follow or look down, wherever is more comfortable for yourself. Staying strong in the hips and the glutes. And now coming towards the plank again, put that right leg to the middle of the mat, drop down onto the left, and then either inhale here, pick your variation, starting with left leg on the mat or left leg stacked on top of right, or finally left toes on right knees. Oh, she's losing her balance. She gets it. You got to stay really strong in this pose. It's very core intensive. Really radiate energy upwards through your side body. A couple more breaths here, and then exhale, float that hand back towards the mat, roll over, come back to plank, inhale, and then exhale, 90-degree bend in the arms, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Really building strength in our triceps. And exhale, roll over to downward dog. Inhale here, exhale, big release. And then as we inhale, let's plant the right foot and lift our left leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the nose towards the knee. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring left knee to left elbow. Inhale, back to three-legged dog. See where I'm going? That knee towards the right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog, last one. And exhale, bring it all the way, plant the foot between the hands. Inhale, look forward, and as we exhale, step that right foot to the front foot and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back position. Exhale, Uttanasana, folding fully, bringing that chest towards the thighs. And inhale, come all the way up, Ardha Hastasana, hands meet overhead, look up towards the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart. Beautiful, that was the first cycle. We're going to do 2 more on each leg, so 4 overall. This time we're going to hold the poses for 3 breaths, and then in the last one it will be 1 breath. There's also going to be some pose additions and variations in the sequence towards the plank and the chaturanga. I'll show you the options when we get to them, but there'll be an option for wild thing. But for now, let's come back to our Tadasana. Inhale, come back to our chair. 1, 2, 3. And as we exhale, let's float the arms behind us. Airplane arms, sinking those hips down for 3 breaths. 3, and as we inhale, let's bring our arms up above our heads, rising onto the toes if you fancy it. 2, 3. As we exhale, we're going to bring our arms behind us, lifting that right leg up into our airplane, holding here for 3 breaths. Again, squaring the hips to the mat, flexing that right foot. Bending the left knee, let's float the right foot to the mat. Inhale, arms go up, high lunge. Staying strong through the glutes, gaze up at the hands or down to straight in front of us. Exhale, airplane arms leaning forward, straight line from the crown of the head to the heel of that right foot. Staying strong here. 3, inhale, straighten through the left leg, come to your high pyramid. Again, gazing up, arms overhead, big stretch. On our next exhale, let's bend the left knee, hands float to the floor, and inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky, gaze follows. Twisted lunge. Now coming to our plank, either bring that left leg straight on top or do the variations, 1 or 3. Here we have variation 3. Here we have the option for wild thing, bringing that left leg behind us to the mat. Drop the right hips down and inhale, support yourself through your right hand and lift the hips up. Right leg is straight, left leg is bent, and this is your wild thing. A beautiful back bend and chest opener. Bringing the left arm back to the mat, let's find our plank option here to keep the left leg raised. Exhale, 3-legged chaturanga or just chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, bringing the left leg to the mat now, tucking the toes under, hips up and back. Let's exhale to downward dog. Reset here. Inhale, lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, left 3-legged dog, right knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Last one, inhale, 3-legged dog, and exhale, plant the right foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring your back leg to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Let's keep this pace going and jump straight back into our left side. So inhale, let's come to our chair. If at any point I'm going too fast, just pause the video and take it in your own time, but this is going to get our energy going. Exhale, let's bring our hands to our sides, airplane arms. Keep that chest high and hips low. Use your breath to guide you. And then inhale, let's bring our hands back overhead and lift up onto the toes to increase the burn. Really tense those glutes, we're working them hard. This time as we exhale, aeroplane arms come back, but with full aeroplane, so lifting the left leg high, flexing the left foot to keep your hips square to the mat, gazes down. Bend through that right leg, lower the left foot gently. Inhale, arms come up, crescent lunge. You might need to just move the feet to create more space to get that 90-degree angle. Exhale, aeroplane arms, reach that body forward a little bit and create a straight line from the top of the head to the heel of that left foot. Inhale, straightening through the right leg, come to your high pyramid. Again, arms go back up above the head and look up. And bending through that right knee. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, peel that left arm up to the sky. Sorry, that right arm, that is your right arm. Gaze towards it. Stepping back towards plank on your exhale. You can choose to have the leg in front, stacked, or bring that toes to the left knee. Again, we're going to add the wild thing in here. So bringing the right foot to the mat behind the left leg, drop the left hips, reset yourself. And as we inhale, let's lift our hips up, keep that left leg straight, bend in the right leg. You can really see the back opener here. Bringing the right arm to the mat, let's come to our three-legged plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Again, three-legged plank is an option. Exhale, downward dog. Pedal it out, a little reset. Ground through the right foot and inhale, lift the left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Here we go again. Exhale to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, let's step that left foot up between our hands. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the back foot front. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back position. And exhale, forward fold. Hands towards the mat. Inhale, arms come up above us, standing up straight, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. This time I definitely need to tie my hair up. I'm getting far too sweaty to have it flying about. So you guys enjoy a quick breather whilst I sort myself out. We're going to repeat the sequence one more time. It's going to be even quicker than this one. So try to keep up. If not, just enjoy the flow wherever your body takes you. So, finding our Tadasana. Let's inhale, exhale, reset. Find our breaths. Inhale, come to chair pose, arms overhead. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale, rise up onto the toes, arms back ahead. Exhale, let's find aeroplane. Bending the knee. Inhale, let's find our crescent lunge. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale, straighten through the left leg, pyramid. Exhale, bend the left leg, right arm finds the mat. Inhale, left arm flies high, gaze to follow. Exhale, let's bring our foot back to plank. Inhale, right, raise the knee. Exhale, lower the legs to the mat. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, find your way to three-legged plank or plank. Inhale here, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset, find your breath. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to meet the front. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back position, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold fully. Inhale, arms rise up all the way above us, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Last one, guys, just left side to go. Starting, let's reset our breath. Inhale, exhale, and inhale, come find our chair pose. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, aeroplane on the left leg. Find your balance. Bending that right knee, left foot drops to the mat. Exhale and inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, aeroplane arms. Inhale, pyramid. Exhale, let's bring our hands to the mat, bend the right knee, and inhale, right arm reaches to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, step back to plank. Inhale, knee bends. Exhale, plant the right foot, drop the hips. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, find yourself to plank, three-legged plank option, and exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Have a big breath in and out, as I'm sure we need it. Inhale, three-legged dog on the left side. Exhale, knees to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, plant the left foot between the hands. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bring the back foot to meet the front. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold. Oh, a bit more than half. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold fully. And inhale, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. Well done, guys. That was tough. I feel it with you. Bring your hands to your heart and just feel that heart pumping, the energy you've created, the heat you've created. You worked really hard. We'll just take a little breather. Standing up, as I'm sure you need it as much as I did. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally. Inhale, reach all the way up, big stretch, micro back bend. Exhale, forward fold, bring the chest towards the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back towards your plank. Bend those arms, come all the way belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra, thighs stay on the mat. And exhale, come to child's pose and take a well-deserved rest. Yogi's choice here. You can either leave your arms straight out in front of you, keeping an active stretch in the upper back, or bring those arms to lie beside you and just sink into your mat. So looking forward, coming out of child's pose, we need to find our way into a seat. So either just come to a seat from here or find your way to downward facing dog, have one little hamstring stretch, and then jump through to a seated position, whichever you fancy. Our last and final little ab crusher is going to be a boat pose. So stick with me, it's the last one. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. We've got to find our sits bones. Zip up tight through the upper body, energy radiating from the crown of the head. Bring the hands underneath the knees. Lightly have our toes on the floor, and when you're ready, kind of rock into a boat pose, bringing your knees up, or keep the toes on the floor if that's more stable. If you're comfortable there, bring the arms either side. Option 3 is to straighten the legs, but my core was having none of it, so I'm going to stay at option 2, arms by bent legs. Holding this pose for 5 breaths, really staying strong in the core, tensing those abs, lifting the legs high. And as we exhale, we're going to lower our body to low boat. So heels and chest remain off the floor. Really working our lower abs here. Holding for 5. Inhale. Let's come back up to high boat for 3 breaths. You got this, guys. And as we exhale, low boat, 3 breaths. 2, 3. One more time, inhale, back up to high boat, one breath, we've got this. Exhale, low boat, and release. Lie on the mat, feel your stomach. Bring your arms to a Texas T. We're going to do a quick stretch, so knees up so they're parallel to the ground, and lower them over to the right side. Head looks over to the left if it is comfortable. Just follow the natural rhythm of your breath now. No more holding, no more exerting yourself. Really allow yourself to cool down and just enjoy the detoxifying process of spinal twists. And finally, if it suits you, shut the eyes and just allow yourself to relax, feeling the ground supporting you. Inhaling, let's bring the knees up. And as we exhale, let's let them fall to the left side, looking over our right shoulder. Only go as far as to keep your shoulders on the floor with spinal twists, otherwise you might not feel all the benefits that they have to offer. Again, allowing your body to just relax into these poses, following your natural breath. Inhale, bring the knees back up towards the chest to give yourself a big cuddle. Maybe bring the head up or keep it on the floor and give yourself a little lower back massage by rotating the knees in one direction and then the other. Preparing ourselves for our final relaxation, let's bring our feet as wide as the mat go and let them fall out either side. Hands following suit, falling either side of us, palms facing up to the sky. No more holding tightness anywhere. We're going to fully relax our bodies, feeling the mat supporting us, the ground supporting us upwards. We worked so hard this practice, and don't skip on this final relaxation because this is what we do it for, guys. This is it. We love our Shavasana. Ask any yogi. So allowing ourselves to remain in the present moment for a few more moments longer. Let's follow our breath. Deeply inhaling, feeling our chest, belly, diaphragm all rising. And deep exhales, perhaps they get a bit longer. Maybe the tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. We start to send energy to those places that we acknowledged in the beginning of our practice, noticing how they've changed. We might listen to sounds around us, not necessarily naming them, but just acknowledging they're there, and just be fully in this present moment. So gently rolling the head side to side, let's wake up our body. Maybe we roll the ankles, do a big stretch, whatever your body feels like it needs right now to wake up gently. And when you're ready, let's roll over to our right side. And using our arm as a pillow, just again breathe here for a few more moments of peace and quiet. And then finally coming up to a seated position. Anything will do, cross-legged, Sukhasana. Just to come full circle in our practice. Do a quick body scan, see how we're feeling. Say our intentions again. Let's bring our hands to our heart, Anjali Mudra, and lift up to our lips to remind ourselves to speak words of kindness and love to one another. And then bring our hands up to our forehead to think kind things for those who need it and send our prayers to those who need it. And finally, bring our hands to our heart to acknowledge ourselves and our practice and everything we've done today. Namaste, guys. Hey everybody, I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everyone who watched and did my last video. I felt so warm and happy to hear the positive response from that last one. I hope you enjoyed this video a little bit more of a burner, bit of sweat and heat generated. Maybe release some pent up energy that we're all feeling from being inside. Who knows? Anyway, the point is I'm really thankful and hopefully see you in my next one.